The first time you do Scrum, when it's successful, it tends to be in spite of the environment that you're working in, usually. You get a group of great people working together in an effective way, and they manage to manage this sort of complexity all around them. In spite of the organization, they're successful. Now, when that scales, though, it starts getting a lot more chaotic. And frankly, this is where there's an interesting challenge. How many backlogs do you have? How many product owners? There's only one product, but we've got multiple product owners. How does that work? What does the Scrum Master do? Do the Scrum Masters meet? Predominantly, though, all those things are about getting teams to work together in an effective way, coordinating teams, ensuring that self-organization is still achieved without chaos. So, let's bring in a Nexus. So why is it called Nexus? The reason why we call it a Nexus is because ultimately it is, the noun Nexus means a relationship or connection of people or things. So it's a thing. There's this collection of things. And really what we think of it as is an exoskeleton to Scrum. A thing that sits on top, a bit like Sigourney Weaver. What she did was to fight the big mother thing, big alien that was very, very nasty looking. She got this exoskeleton on, and she went out and gave it a good kicking. First is refinement. Refinement is so, so important. To be honest, I believe it's so important on every Scrum. I honestly believe that. I think you should be weekly doing refinement on your backlog. I think that it can help massively to remove the need to have a ready state in your backlog items, but we'll ignore that for a second. But also, more importantly, it actually gets the team not just thinking about today, but also tomorrow. It helps you not have to stop at the end of your sprint, wait for a week to get ready for the next sprint. It allows you to continuously deliver working software, as opposed to step back, refine everything, do our planning, blah, 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 and then move into it. There's an additional role called the Nexus integration. It's the servant leadership role. The teams deal with those issues. And when we built the Nexus, when we defined the Nexus, it was harvested from lots of people doing Scrum at scale. And we found consistently there was an organization of people, a group of people that used to meet, that dealt with the disasters, that dealt with the crises, particularly around integration. Next integration team coordinates work between teams, helps coordinate work between teams, raises awareness of dependencies as early as possible, ensures integration and tools and practices are in place, serves as consultants, coaches, enablers, mentors, and raises transparency. Ultimately, they're there and they're responsible for resolving those dependencies, for ensuring that work happens. Makes a lot of sense. So, exoskeleton to Scrum. Broadly, all it does is add on to Scrum a series of things to help you effectively deal with dependencies and to manage multiple teams to ensure that they're delivering an integrated increment at least at the end of each sprint. Hopefully, if you align your teams correctly, you empower them, you push this thing down to them, over time they're going to evolve your architectures to be consistent, to be cohesive around the outcomes that the customer's requesting and needing, and not around some arbitrary enterprise architecture that was designed in some highfalutin way. Ultimately, if you can align your teams to business outcomes and allow them to make the right choices, empower them to make the right choices, then you will be successful.